Hello guys, I am here to talk about one of the best game systems of all time, the Sega Dreamcast. Now first, a little history of the system itself. The Sega Dreamcast was released in September 9th of 1999, and with the failures of the Saturn and the 32X and the Sega CD, Sega was really trying hard to get back in the hardware market. So they came out with the Sega Dreamcast, and they did a very good job with it. The Dreamcast was reasonably priced, it had great graphics, great games, and it had some online play with it as well. It came with a built-in dial-up modem. Now I never used the modem, I never played it online, but from what I hear it was a very good online experience. It was very good for dial-up, so I wish I could have tried it out. But anyway, the Sega Dreamcast did very well when it first came out. Had a great launch. But unfortunately, the PlayStation 2 came out a little after. And with its DVD drive, it unfortunately spelled doom for the Sega Dreamcast, because the Dreamcast did not read DVDs. And DVDs was the big thing back then. It was the big new disc back then, like Blu-ray is today. So again, the Dreamcast did not read DVDs. So with that, the Dreamcast just started to slide behind, and then eventually Sega discontinued it. But that being said, though, the Dreamcast is still a very good system to have today. It's very cheap. It's got great games on it that you can also buy for cheap. And it's just a great system to have, even today. So, let's see, now look at the system itself. Right in the front here, you have 4 controller ports. Great for multiplayer, so you can have 4 players playing at one time. And on the side here, you have a fan vent. Some say the fan was pretty loud, and it may have been compared to sometimes back then, but to me, though, it ain't too loud. And here's the built-in dial-up modem. You could have also got a broadband adapter for this, but they're pretty expensive now. But here you have your dial-up modem, and you can just plug in a you can plug in a phone cable right in this port here, and you can have some online fun. And here you have your power in. Here you have your video out, and here you have your serial port. Now I don't think the serial port was actually ever used, at least not here in the US. You can let me know if I'm wrong on that, but I don't think the serial port was ever used. There was a rumor before the Dreamcast was discontinued that there was going to be a DVD add-on for the Dreamcast, but that never happened. But yeah, this is the Dreamcast right here. You can see it's kind of small compared to the Xbox and the PlayStations. This is a pretty small system. Here you have your power, and here you have your lid open. And of course, disc will go in here. You would close. This red light would come on when you press the power button, and then you would have much fun. I got the system, well, I first got it not long after it came out. Then I sold it, then I got it again, I think sometime in 2002. And I've had this system since then for about 7 years now, and it's still working great, so it's pretty reliable too. Now, of course, the Dreamcast also had great games too, like Sonic Adventure, Sonic Adventure 2, Soul Calibur, Shenmue, and many other great games like that. And here's Sonic Adventure right here. One of the best 3D Sonic games, especially compared to the 3D Sonic games today. Now the Dreamcast used discs, but they were GD-ROMs instead of CD-ROMs. GD-ROMs could hold a little bit more data than regular CD-ROMs could. So that's why they went with GD-ROMs. So this is Sonic Adventure. I also have Sonic Adventure 2. They were both great 3D Sonic games. But the 3D Sonic games today, they just went downhill progressively after these. This 3D Sonic games that are released today, they're just not good. And some are pretty poor, so that's sad for Sonic. But anyway, the controller for the Dreamcast was this. This was the Sega Dreamcast controller. You can see it's kind of big, but it's easy to hold on to. You have these kind of things here you can put your hands into, and so you can really grip onto it. So here you have your L trigger and your R trigger, and here you have your analog stick, your D-pad, your start button, and your A, B, and X, Y, Z buttons. Here your Dreamcast logo, and here you have 2 ports here for a memory card and for another accessory. And the memory cards were this. Now, whoever saw a memory card look like this? This is the Visual Memory Unit, or VMU for short. Now, what this does was you could actually download games to this, and you could play mini games on this from other games. Or while you're playing a Dreamcast game, like any kind of Dreamcast game, the game's title would show up here, or maybe you can see some game information or some game help right here from the screen. So while you're playing, you can look at that and get some help from it. So the Dreamcast controller, it's again kind of big, but not too bad. Definitely good to hold. Now the Dreamcast also had some pretty unique games as well. One of them being Caution Seaman. Now, how about this game brand new back in 2002? It was only $12.99, so I couldn't pass it up. And when I bought it, I put it in, and it was weird, but it was good. Here's a picture of Seaman right there. It's basically a fish with a man's face. You can talk to him and pet him, and well, not pet him, but you can smack him with your finger. You can do that. You can talk with him, and you can feed him and watch him grow. And you can talk to him using this microphone. Now, as you can see, the green ball is messing up here, and the plastic casing around this is gone. This is what it looks like from the inside, though. This little thing right here. Now, this plugged right in here, right into the controller, and then you can talk right through here and talk to Seaman, and you can talk to you back. Of course, the game wasn't without its problems. Seaman didn't understand everything you said. Of course, he could only understand what he was programmed to understand. But it was still a pretty good game, though. I liked it, and I haven't finished it. Dreamcast is now, Seaman is now out of his tank, and now he's in his own habitat. So I haven't played it for a long time. But that's the Sega Dreamcast. It was definitely a great system, and if you don't have one now, or never played one, I definitely recommend you buy one, because it was definitely a good system to have back then and now too, and it has many great games on it. So I recommend you buy one. And if you have one now, then take care of it, because, well, you want to take care of your systems, especially good ones like this. So that's my look at the Dreamcast. Hope you all enjoyed it, and I'll see you all later.